Imagine holding a simple penny in your hand, a coin so ordinary that most people would never give it a second thought. Yet hidden among these everyday coins are a few rare treasures that can change everything. Some of these pennies are worth hundreds and even thousands of dollars, and the only thing standing between you and discovering one is knowing exactly what to look for. Today we dive into the world of rare one-penny coins, uncovering the secrets, the history. We begin by setting the stage with the broader history of the penny coin, which traces its roots back over 1,000 years to medieval England, when silver pennies were first introduced under the reign of King Offa of Mercia. During the 8th century, these coins were the backbone of the early English monetary system, and through the centuries the penny evolved from silver to copper to bronze, and eventually to copper-plated steel, reflecting the changing economic realities and metal supplies of each era. As we fast forward through history, we witness key moments such as the reign of Queen Victoria, when the British penny featured her portrait in a young bust that became iconic across the empire, followed by changes in design under successive monarchs such as Edward VII, George V, George VI, and Elizabeth II. Each of these reigns brought subtle or major modifications in the coin's appearance, including shifts in lettering, portrait styles, and edge details. The penny's material composition also shifted over time. For example, in the early 20th century, the coin was made from bronze. But due to wartime metal shortages, adjustments had to be made which set the stage for further experimentation with cheaper materials in later years. Moving into the modern era, the 2015 one-penny coin belongs to the family of decimal coins, first introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971 when Britain transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal system, simplifying transactions and bringing the UK in line with international currency standards. The one-penny coin under this system maintained a vital role in everyday commerce, and despite its low face value, it remained essential for small purchases, change-making, and even cultural practices such as penny charity collections and superstitions like throwing pennies into fountains for luck. The 2015 penny features a copper-plated steel composition, giving it a distinctive reddish sheen when newly minted, though over time these coins darken through oxidation, and handling the obverse side features the fifth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the sculptor Jody Clark. This design replaced the previous portrait by Ian Rank Broadley and marked an important milestone as Clark became the youngest artist to design a definitive coinage portrait of the Queen. The obverse side shows her crowned and facing right with an elegant balance of realism and stylization, reflecting both her age and her enduring status as monarch. On the reverse, we see part of the royal shield, a modern design introduced in 2008 as part of a complete redesign of British coinage. The one penny specifically displays the lower left section of the shield, which when combined with other denominations forms the full image. This shield design replaced the earlier depiction of a crowned portcullis, a heraldic gate symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster. The shift to the royal shield design was meant to refresh the visual language of UK coins, making them more cohesive, modern, and appealing to the public, while still grounded in historical symbolism. The minting of the 2015 penny took place at the Royal Mint, a historic institution that has been producing coins for over 1,100 years, starting from the Tower of London and later moving to its state-of-the-art facility in Llantrisant, Wales, where cutting-edge machinery mints millions of coins each year. The minting process involves creating master tools known as dies, which are precision engraved with the coin's designs. These dies then strike blank metal discs under immense pressure to produce sharp, detailed images and text on both sides of the coin before undergoing rigorous quality checks and packaging for distribution to banks and businesses. One fascinating aspect of the 2015 penny is the sheer scale of its production, with hundreds of millions of pennies struck each year to meet the demands of commerce. Yet despite these vast numbers, collectors and numismatists pay close attention to small variations, such as minting errors, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other anomalies that can make a specific Penny, far more valuable than its face value, collectors also value the condition of the coin, graded on a scale from circulated to uncirculated to proof condition, with proof coins being specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets to produce mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. Beyond the physical characteristics and production history, the 2015 penny also sits within a cultural and economic context reflecting debates about the usefulness of low-denomination coins in a modern cashless society. Many economists argue that the cost of producing and distributing pennies exceeds their economic utility, leading to calls for their elimination as seen in other countries like Canada, which phased out its penny in 2012. However, public attachment to the penny remains strong in the UK, where it carries nostalgic value and symbolic meaning for many people. The 2015 penny also participates in centuries-old traditions, such as the saying, "Find a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck." The idea of lucky pennies is deeply rooted in folklore, where coins are seen as talismans for fortune, and protection pennies are also used in wedding customs, where brides place a penny in their shoe for good luck, and in children's games and rhymes that have been passed down through generations. From a global perspective, the penny connects the UK to an international network of coinage practices, reflecting shared histories of colonization, trade, and economic development. British pennies circulated far beyond the British Isles, especially during the height of the British Empire, and many former colonies developed their own local coinage, inspired by British designs. The study of pennies thus opens a window into broader narratives of imperialism, globalization, and cultural exchange. Looking ahead, the future of the penny remains uncertain, with ongoing discussions about the practicality of continuing its production in an increasingly digital economy. Nevertheless, coins like the 2015 penny will endure as historical artifacts, preserving snapshots of a nation's art, politics, and identity. At a specific moment in time, collectors, historians, and enthusiasts will continue to study and treasure these small but meaningful objects, ensuring that their stories live on for generations to come. In conclusion, the 2015 one-penny coin may appear humble in size and value, but its history is anything but small, encompassing centuries of monetary evolution, artistic expression, technological advancement, cultural tradition, and economic debate. By exploring every facet of this coin, we uncover the deep layers of meaning embedded in even the simplest objects, reminding us that history is all around us, waiting to be discovered in the most unexpected places. So join me as we continue this journey through the rich world of rare coins, where every piece tells a story and every story brings us closer to understanding our shared past and present. Thank you for watching, and welcome back to Rare Coins. One penny 2015 coins. Penny coin from the United Kingdom. The penny has its roots tracing back to Anglo-Saxon times, originally made of silver and serving as one of the primary units of currency across medieval England. As centuries passed, the penny underwent transformations in metal composition, design, weight, and purpose. By the time we reached the 20th century, the penny had evolved into a bronze coin symbolizing everyday trade and commerce. In 1971, the United Kingdom transitioned to decimalization, shifting from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler decimal system where 1 pound equaled 100 new pence. This change marked the birth of the modern one-penny coin with a standardized design and dimensions. The 1986 one-penny coin belongs to this decimal family, a product of the Royal Mint, which has been the official minting institution in Britain for over 1,100 years, responsible for producing not only domestic currency, but also coins for various Commonwealth nations and international contracts. The design of the 1986 one-penny coin is iconic. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Makhlouf. This portrait was introduced in 1985, replacing the earlier Arnold machine design, and was used until 1997. Machluve's depiction presents the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a regal symbol worn during the state opening of Parliament. The image is framed by the legend Elizabeth II, D.G. Reg F.D., which translates from Latin as Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This inscription emphasizes the monarch's historical role not only as a political figure, but also as the head of the Church of England. On the reverse side, we find the familiar crowned portcullis design a medieval gate or grille with chains. This emblem is a symbol of the Palace of Westminster, the seat of the British Parliament, and has been used on the reverse of the 1-penny coin since decimalization. Designed by Christopher Ironside, this motif connects the coin directly to the heart of British governance, reinforcing the coin's cultural and institutional identity. The inscription, 1 penny and. The denomination numeral 1 are placed clearly to indicate the coin's value, making it instantly recognizable to users across the nation. From a technical standpoint, the 1986 1-penny coin is made of bronze and alloy composed primarily of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, and features a smooth, plain edge. The Royal Mint produced these coins in massive quantities for general circulation, though exact mintage numbers are available for collectors seeking specific details. Notably, the bronze composition was used for 1 pennies until 1992, when the Royal Mint transitioned to copper-plated steel to reduce production costs due to rising metal prices. This shift means that 1986 pennies belong to the earlier Bronze era, making them distinct in weight and magnetic properties compared to post-1992 issues. Collectors value the 1986 1-penny coin for several reasons. First, it represents the Machluve portrait series, an important transitional phase in Queen Elizabeth II's numismatic depictions. Second, its bronze composition marks the end of an era before the steel changeover. Third, many collectors appreciate coins from specific years to complete date runs or to mark personal anniversaries like birth years or special events. In terms of rarity, most circulated 1986 1-pennies are years or special events. In terms of rarity, most circulated 1986 1-pennies are common with low collectible premiums. However, specimens in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those issued in special mint sets or collector packs, can command higher interest and prices among numismatists. Beyond the physical coin itself, the 1986 penny carries broader historical significance. It serves as a small but powerful reminder of Britain's political stability under a long-reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign spanned over 7 decades. The coin also reflects the ongoing evolution of British currency design, integrating ancient heraldic symbols with modern minting techniques and artistic interpretations. For those interested in economic history, the 1-penny coin offers a lens into the shifting landscape of metal costs, production efficiencies, and the public's relationship with cash in an increasingly digital economy. To fully appreciate the life of the 1986 1-penny coin, we must explore its journey from raw metal to finished product. At the Royal Mint facilities, metal strips are first prepared and rolled to precise thickness. Blanks are punched out of these strips, then annealed or treated to soften the metal. The blanks undergo a series of cleaning processes to remove any surface impurities before entering the coining presses where the designs are struck under immense pressure. The result is a sharply detailed, durable coin ready for distribution across banks, post offices, and commercial establishments. Once in circulation, the coin becomes part of countless daily transactions exchanging hands in shops, cafes, markets, and public transport, reflecting the everyday economic pulse of the nation. Looking further into the collector world, many hobbyists pursue full-date sets of 1-penny coins spanning the decimal era. They examine variations in die types, strike-quality mint errors, and other anomalies that add intrigue and value to specific pieces. For the 1986 issue, collectors may seek examples with crisp, unblemished surfaces, full original luster, and strong strike details. Mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or planche flaws, can elevate a coin from ordinary to extraordinary, commanding significant premiums at auctions and in private sales. Enthusiasts often study these coins under magnification, documenting die cracks, cuds, or other tiny diagnostics that tell a story of the minting process. The 1986 penny also fits within a broader context of world coinage. Many nations during the 1980s faced rising metal costs, inflationary pressures, and the need to modernize coin production. The United Kingdom's approach reflected a balance between tradition and innovation, maintaining classic symbols while adapting materials and techniques to contemporary realities. Comparing the British penny to other global counterparts like the American cent, Canadian cent or Australian 1 cent reveals interesting parallels and divergences in design choices, monetary policy, and cultural symbolism. Throughout its lifespan, the 1986 1-penny coin has remained a silent witness to history. From the Cold War tensions of the mid-1980s through the social and political shifts in the UK and beyond, this humble coin has passed through millions of hands, each carrying its own unique story. Whether tucked, away in a child's piggy bank, dropped into a charity box, slipped into a pocket, or set aside by a keen collector, the 1-penny coin holds layers of meaning, both personal and collective. It serves as a tangible link between past and present, a small artifact that invites reflection on the nature of value, memory, and continuity. In conclusion, the 1986 1-penny coin offers far more than its face value. It encapsulates centuries of numismatic, tradition, royal iconography, industrial craftsmanship, and economic significance. For collectors, historians, and everyday citizens alike, it represents a fascinating piece of Britain's rich monetary tapestry. As we wrap up this deep exploration, we invite you to continue your own journey into the world of rare coins, uncovering the stories behind each piece and appreciating the artistry and history embedded within every humble penny. Thank you for joining us today on this extended exploration, and we look forward to bringing you even more rare coin histories, insights, and discoveries right here on the Rare Coins 1 Penny 1986 Coins channel.